I'm Jonathan Milam here with a review of an excellent trumpet. This is a CarolBrass 6580H GSS. And the 6580H, the H stands for heavy. This is a heavy horn. It is almost 3 pounds, as you see it now. The gauge metal of the gold brass bell is 24, I believe, 0.24. And very, very nice horn. I show mostly pro horns on my reviews, and I go on and on. There's not much in the world impressive like a pro horn. But this horn, and I'll send a link up to some pictures that I have on a Google photo page. But I pointed out to one guy the way the slides are made with the various metal additions on the end. The slides on this trumpet are noticeably heavy. So there's an even weight distribution throughout the whole horn, and it results in a very full, dark tone. But I believe a tone that will carry, and a tone that is very pretty. It's not a dead horn, although I have played a few. I'm using the rounded tuning slide. It is not a reverse tuning slide. I had 2 other Carol trumpets. One was a 628, which the present version is the 6280. Fantastic horn. If I could get another one at a good price, I certainly would. This one is very similar, except heavier, and perhaps that's one reason I do like it. I also had a 5280, 5280. That had the larger bell, and honestly that horn was, and a reverse lead pipe. That horn was a challenge for me to play. I did a review on it earlier, you can check it out. I just had problems filling that horn up. Although this is a heavy horn, I have no problem reaching the maximum of my range, and really like it. It's the most used CarolBrass horn I've had. I almost always buy used. There's actually a little bit of lacquer wear here where the thumb rests in its normal position on the valve block, and not coincidentally, the valves and slides are broken in more than any other horn I've had from CarolBrass. And wonderful feel, tremendous compression. I believe these horns are very well made, and I'm certainly enjoying it. Okay, enough talk. I'm going to show you what it sounds like. Simple scale. Your B scale, and here's your C. The chromatic. A high C with good sound to it. It certainly sounds good to me. And then we'll just play a little old chorus, and most of my choruses are from church. Those of you that have followed me long enough may know. is with a Trent Austin lead mouthpiece and his tight backbore. And I think that probably still is a nice full tone. When you use a larger mouthpiece, this is Trent Austin's Trent Austin Trumpet Flugel. So now we've got a deep V and a much larger throat, and the sound should be like poured honey. Hope you can live through the experience. It sounds good in here. Hope it sounds good on the recording end as well. Now, just to give you an idea, of course, this is a heavy horn. That was a Trumpet Flugel mouthpiece. This is a Yamaha 734, patterned after the Schilke B5. Certainly more of a commercial feel. And I do have a very tight lead mouthpiece in it, a Marcinkiewicz Shoe 1.25. Just going to try and give you a contrast, a lead sound, again, contrasted with the fuller sound of the 6580 CarolBrass. Okay, this is the Yamaha with a lead mouthpiece. And the CarolBrass. And that's your high C again with the Trumpet Flugel mouthpiece. So definitely a full heavy sound. What would happen if we take a heavy horn and we put a lead mouthpiece in it? It's the only horn you've got, and suddenly you're a lead player. Should still have a very carrying sound. No hindrance to range on this. You can go up as high as you want to go. Great horn. It is the 6580 CarolBrass Trumpet. Hope you've enjoyed this review. If so, say hi. Check out my other horns. Always a pleasure spending time with you with great trumpets. Bye-bye.